Hello winners, welcome to this weekly Forex forecast for EURUSD, Pound USD, Pound Yen, Gold, USDCAD and US oil. This week we're going through entries, targets, stop losses and resistance and risks that might be with each pair. So my name is MINDBLOWING, Forex trader, economist and helper. I try to help every one of you to become a better successful Forex trader. Trading Forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not indicative of future results. That means whatever money you invested today can be gone tomorrow. I just want to say that I uploaded a video yesterday about my strategy. So if you want to look at my strategy, that's a 30 minutes video that explaining my whole strategy. So if you want to learn something from there, click the card above and you're off to the races. So let's hit the charts. For Euro USD, we have a new low. We have take profit, boom, last week. This week I still see this as a possibility, but I need to know that also this is a possibility. So for me this week, I'm going to trade this, I believe. I think I'm going to trade that and then not have a big stop loss or not risk a lot. I think we are, based on past performance, we are most likely to hit up before selling in May. So that's that. We also made some kind of reversal down here as of a new high, but then but there is no double bottom. It's just V shape. That doesn't to me say a lot of that's not a good reversal. But on the other side, this is the third time we're visiting 108.30, so that's clearly a risk to the upside. For this week, we are looking to sell in this 108.30-40 area here, and with a stop loss of 100 pips. That would be 109.30 would be a stop loss then. So around this area here, we're looking to short. Then your stop loss should be 109.30. That's what I said. Yeah. So again, just have it at 108, like 109, I guess 109, because it's previous high. So once it comes up to this high, we are definitely now bullish. We're no longer bearish, and we have this consolidation with a breakout to the upside, then down, then to take profit. So we have kind of take profit as a seller. So yeah, that's the area. And then if it breaks above here 108.88, then not interested. As a buyer, you have either you have an entry here or you want to see it come back down again before you see it going off. If you have a gap, let's say opening at around 108, that can also be looked as an entry to buy. Target for buyers is 109.40. I think that's the most reasonable trade this week based upon past performance, but I'm still a seller and I'm still saying, I think it's still going to go down. So my target is 106.80, as I have said now for quite some time now. So yeah. So I just want to say that tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. GMT plus 1, which is Berlin Paris time, I'm going to be a live session here on YouTube and also do other pairs. So if you need other pairs, there's also something for you. So when price breaks below here, it's no longer bearish, and when price breaks below here, we're no longer bullish. Okay, very easy, straightforward thing. 100 pips stop loss as a seller and 100 pips stop loss as a buyer. If you can't take 100 pips, then that's a bit a lot. But okay, so it's not because 100, it's 60 and 60. So 60, 60. So if you can take 60 pips in stop loss, you should not be trading. Okay, that was quite fast and easy. straightforward. I have a very clear vision on this one. Pound dollar is a bit different kind of a thing. And the reason why, okay, so this is a different fish because this is a pattern that I would normally see when you have a too strong move. Even though I still see this going up as a possibility as a buyer, I would be like, ooh, this is nice. But then you need a break above 24.20 for this week. But if it comes up to 24.20, I would be selling here in this area. That would be nice. As much as risk reward. Stop loss is 75 pips as a seller. As a buyer, you don't want to go below 23.31. So below this candle here would then open up the Parandaris box for a lower low. Okay. And I wouldn't be like, oh, this is amazing as a buyer, but it's a counter trend. So we are now in April. We have gone down, we have gone up, we have gone down. We're kind of back to where we started in April. So not much happening and trend wise, but still. And I still see the downside to this one. And yeah, I think that's that. So the risk is the upside for sellers, and the risk for the buyers is if it goes below here. And after that, you have your stop losses, as I have mentioned. Have I on this one? Yeah. So 30, 40, 50 pips would be okay here. And for sellers, 75. Okay, fine. And then target is 25.60, 125.60. We have the 125.60 for this one. And 128.81 for sellers. We shall see what happens this week, but if we sell off now, we can be selling all the week. Okay, as I don't know the future, just as you don't know the future, I still have a plan to sell, generally. I'm a dollar bull, a yen bull. And this one is a bit different. Oh yeah, true. I have an entry here at, oh no, I have an entry up there on my broker. Some broker didn't go so high apparently, but I have an entry here. So that's really the entry at support. This is consolidation. It can break up or down. So for me, as a seller, I would say, oh, it can't go higher. Then it should go lower. Okay, maybe not. But for me this week, I still see the possibility of it pulling back up to 135 as the target for this week before selling again, or 134.60. So 134.60. I want to say that and that. I still think those are possibilities because of past performance, but I don't trade it. Then I would rather sell up here than that. So, okay, so break even on trades, take your profit maybe. Yeah, I think that's important. Importante. For sellers, we have a target of 131. And buyers are 135.20. Stop loss for sellers is 75. Buyers need a new high, so from here down to that low, 75. If it breaks below 132, buyers, it's no longer a buy, 132.50. For sellers, if it breaks above 133.73, it's no longer a sell. Okay, then I think I do everything I wanted to say about that. Gold are moving higher. Okay, that means dollar weakness, but also gold strength. I still think we're heading higher. We're heading higher up to 770. Why? Because this was the sell, and it didn't even bother. This was the sell price here, made a new low, couldn't, and then it made a new high. It hasn't made a high in this structure, but we're still tilted to the upside. And this seems now for buyers just as another entry. But as for sellers, this was another way to kind of set you up for sell again. Yeah. Then that's that. Wait for a break up, pullback, sell, buy at 130, 1735. If you're a seller, you really need this. You need a new low below 1710, then the pullback before you can sell, and then you have a stop loss above here. If you're a buyer, you have an entry up here with a stop loss down here. Okay, so every time past structure. If you're selling here, you have stop loss above here. If you are buying here, you have stop loss below here. Okay, always the past pullback or whatever. If you're selling here, then that's just stop loss. Okay, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So gold bull this week. USDCAD, I am a believer of a new high because, oh, I took that away. Oh, anyways, that's target. That specific wick was a target for this week, and it was so early it came down quite much. So we're still kind of in a range, I would say, tilted to the downside. I don't know. So this is the top. This is the bottom. Until we break out of that, we're just in the middle right now. So maybe wait for it to sell here up here again, or to buy down here again until it breaks above 143.45 or 138 or 139. So then that area. So if it comes down and breaks below, then you can start. Now it's just, I don't know. Okay. So if you have come so far in this video, please subscribe or like this video. If you have gotten any value as of any entries, any targets, any stop losses, any risks that you need to look out for, then you have the mandate to hit the like button, because I do this every weekend, every Saturday. So yeah. And then I also have a video from yesterday that I posted on my strategy. If you really want to know my strategy, exposed, nothing hidden, with real trades, might be something for you. This USDCAD should go up when US oil is down. So for US oil, we have this. It went down to 0, but it actually went down to -37. It just stopped at 0, and it opened up at 21. I think that was the June contract. So this is the May contract. This is the June contract. And then after, so I'm just looking at it as, okay, that's what's happening. So that's the resistance. Any break above resistance is a buy. But I am still tilted to the downside because nothing has changed fundamentally. What is fundamentally, you may ask? There's no agreement. There is no cuts. Maybe they do it without them telling, but there's no cuts in the oil. There is no change in the demand for oil as of nothing huge. So we're still the same as fundamentally as here. Okay, so that might happen next month. So until next month we can rise, possible, before we fall again. Okay, so until something is changed, nothing has changed, no deal has been made, this is still tilted to the downside. How far? I don't know. Am I going to sell or buy? No. This risk in oil is so huge that it's blowing my scale of risk at the moment, perceived risk. But technical analysis says if it breaks above, then it's a buy. If it breaks below, then it's a sell. Target. I don't know. So for this broker, who is, I think it's TDC or something like that. Doesn't say very fast. Okay, so, and I have Trader's Way, and my Trader's Way say $11. This one says 17, so that's a $5 difference on the same product. So for me, I'm not interested. Fair and square. But I have given you, if it does that, you do this. If it does that, you do that. If you need to. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for being here. Tomorrow I will be live at 7:30 p.m. GMT+1, which is the European time. And I really want to thank you guys for joining. And if you're new to my channel, I know there's some of you who's new here. Please type in the comment section what you learned so I can see what you're learning in these videos. Okay, until next time, please stay safe. Don't risk money you cannot afford to lose. Don't risk more than 1%, and don't lose more than 5% a month. So, I want you to be a successful Forex trader, so please listen to me. Okay, see you soon.